hear Kim's voice call out from behind me as the drops loudly beat into the metal roof of the front portico. How could she? It keeps repeating in my head as I make my way down the steps. I'm already handing my ticket to the valet when Kimberly comes running out after me. I ignore her. "Wait, Kyle, please," she says, reaching for my arm. The instant her fingers touch me, my instinct is to lean into her, but I pull away and grab my keys from the valet as I step out into the rain. "Don't bother. I got it." She follows me, trying to give me an explanation that I don't want to fucking hear. If she really wanted to explain, she should have done it long before now instead of blindsiding me the day of our graduation. "I should have told you, but I didn't want to hurt you." Lightning cracks across the sky again, and a loud clap of thunder silenced her before I even have to say anything. I spin around to look at her. Her dress is so completely through. Her hair is now hanging dull and limp around her face. "Didn't want to hurt me?" I laugh. "By sneaking around behind my back? Sharing secrets with my best friend?" "Sam's my best friend too." "You lied to my face, Kimberly. For months." I unlock my car door and rip it open so hard it almost swings back. Consider me hurt. I get in the car and slam the door. Berkeley. The word echoes around my head, every syllable a fresh step of betrayal. Berkeley, Berkeley. She applied. She didn't even tell me. She sent us supplemental essays and update transcripts and got in months ago. And she just sat there pretending while we pick up dorms and classes and talk about road trips, home for breaks, knowing all along she was never gonna go to UCLA. But she told Sam. Why didn't she tell me? I'm ready to get out of here, but she slides into the passenger side before I can pull the gear shift out of park. I pause for a moment, wanting to tell her to get out, but I can bring myself to do it. We have to figure this out. The bracelet is still in my pocket. I put my foot down on the gas, and we take off through the parking lot and out onto the main road, the wheels sliding on the wet ground as we turn. "Kyle," she says, clicking her seatbelt into place. "Slow down." I flick my windshield wipers onto the fastest setting, but it's still not fast enough for the sheets of rain pummeling the now foggy glass. This makes no sense. We've been planning all year. You, me, Sam, our plans. I reach up, swiping at the condensation to make a space big enough to see. My fingers hit a tiny disco ball slung around my rearview mirror, sending it swinging. It does make sense, though, in a Kimberly kind of way. I think of all the times she's changed her mind at the last minute, leaving me and Sam hanging. Like when she ditched our freshman year formal to hang out with the varsity cheerleaders, or drop us in the middle of the group final to work with the valedictorian instead. Moments I bury deep until we're fighting. Like now. You just decide, screw it, I'll do what I want. Just like you always do. There's a clap of thunder, and the lightning that follows reflects off the glittering silver of the bowl, scattering it all around the car. What I want? I never do what I want. If you just listen to me for 5 freaking seconds. She stopped talking as we weaved past the street to my house, her head turning as I face away. You missed a turn. I'm going to the pond, I say. I just keep thinking if I can get us there, I can salvage this night. I can salvage this. Stop. No, you're not. The pond will be an ocean right now. Just turn around. You've been thinking about this for a while, haven't you? I asked, ignoring her. A tractor trailer barrels past us, sending a shower of water into our windshield. I gripped the steering wheel tighter, slowing down to steady the car. You must have been. Kim, you could have just said you wanted to go to Berkeley, not UCLA. It's not like I have the football scholarship anymore. I don't care where we go, as long as we're together. I don't want to be together. The words slapped right across her face. I jerked my eyes from the road to look at her. This girl I've loved since 3rd grade. I don't even recognize her right now. We've broken up plenty of times in the past, but not like this. Small dramatic fights that are over the next day like a stomach virus. She's never said that. She stopped and her eyes turned away from me, widening. Kyle! My head whips back to the front windshield just in time to see a blinking pair of yellow hazard lights in front of us. I hammer the brakes and the car slides underneath us without slowing. Suddenly, I don't have any control over the direction we're going in. I fight against it as I try to avoid a stalled car in the dead center of our lane, gripping the steering wheel tightly as I attempt to steer into skid. The car miraculously regains traction just in time, and we swerve out the way of the stopped car. I pull into the shoulder and carefully slow to a stop, my chest heaving. That was close. I'm sorry. I take a long, steady breath, looking over at Kimberly to see she is pale, shaken, the sharp curve of her collarbone intensifying and receding as she struggled to catch her breath. She's okay, but we aren't. I don't want to be together, she said. Are we? I start to say. The words struggling to come out, fighting their way to the surface. Are we breaking up? She turned her eyes to me, and I can see the tears lining the blue of her iris. Normally, I would wipe the tears away and tell her everything will be okay. But this time, I need her to tell me that. I need you to listen to me, she says. I nod, the near accident wiping the anger away and replacing it with something even more intense. Fear. I'm listening. I tighten my jaw as she gathers her thoughts, my hand already reaching up to feel the charm bracelet inside my jacket, while my heart thumps loudly in my chest just above it. I've only ever known myself as Carl's girlfriend, she finally says. I stare at her, taken aback. What does that even mean? She sighs, taking in my incredulous expression. She searched for the right words. When you blew out your shoulder... This isn't about my damn shoulder, I say, hitting the steering wheel with my palm. This is about us. It fucking is. You had so many dreams and you were gonna get them. Her words catch me off guard, hitting their mark. I wince as a phantom pain radiates unexpectedly across my shoulder. I'm sorry, she says quickly, like she's saying it too. I can't imagine what it's like to have it all disappear, to have the scouts stop coming, the scholarship dry up. I clench my jaw and focus on the rain. Is she trying to hurt me more? Why are we talking about this? It has nothing to do with you and me. Kyle, stop. Listen. Her voice is firm and instantly silenced me. I loved you. My insides turned to solid ice. Loved. Past tense. Fuck. But when you couldn't play ball anymore, you changed. You became... I don't know, she says, searching for the word. Scared. You were scared to take chances, scared to try anything else, and I became your enabler, your crutch. You always had to have me there. She has to be kidding me. That's what she thinks of me? Seriously? That I'm scared and pathetic? That I can't do anything on my own? Has she been with me all these months out of pity? I'm sorry you felt so burned by me. Sorry you had to miss a few parties. I'm sorry Jen and Carly went to the Bahamas while you felt obligated to sit by my bed and feed me soup because I couldn't lift my arm. But that's not on me. You could have walked away at any time. Could I? Would you have let me? Seeing each other every day at school, same classes, same routines, but not together? Every time we broke up, we never even made it a day. So what? You just pretended? I didn't pretend. I just hung in there because you knew we wouldn't be going to the same college. I say, you'd be rid of me. No, she says. I'm not trying to be rid of you, but I do want to know what it's like to turn around and not see you there. I want to be me. Just me. Without you. Carl, come on. Don't you want to know who you are without me? We're Kimberly and Kyle. She's part of me, so I can't be me without her. I know who I am. With you, Kim, I say. Before you make up your mind, please, just think about everything with the disco balls, lights up, tiny mirrors shooting phones of light around the car. Then, impact. My body is thrown forward. I feel the burn on my seatbelt as it clenches around my chest, so tight it pushed the air out of my lungs. Time stopped just long enough for me to look at Kimberly. Her cheeks dotted with little freckles of refracted light, her eyes wide with horror. She opens her mouth to scream, but all I hear is twisting, shrieking metal. Then darkness.